What do you think are some of the flagship, positive, bright, shining examples within digital assets?
It's a great question. I think that you can, in the financial services side and the non-financial services side, so maybe split it up into those two buckets. In financial services, I think the tokenization is extraordinarily exciting. We can tokenize in the future financial instruments, so kind of equities and bonds, and we can put those on blockchain rails. And I think that will make the whole market infrastructure a huge amount more efficient. I think that's exciting. I think you can also do kind of decentralized kind of DeFi, effectively where you're kind of borrowing and you're lending and you're doing that peer-to-peer through a protocol. And the prices and the immediacy and the availability of that type of financing, I think, will grow, giving people opportunities to kind of like stake assets, to kind of earn money on their, on the assets, that the tokens that they hold, I think is exciting. If we're able to build DeFi insurance as well, such that you've got smart contracts there that are kind of creating automaticity with regard to the payment of kind of premiums and settlements and stuff. I think that's a very exciting use case as well. And then if we look outside of financial services, really the question is, what do we use blockchains for in some senses? And whether it's for managing supply chains, whether it's for healthcare records, whether it's for land registries, there's just innumerable kind of use cases that we think are very exciting. And then in Web3 itself, which we've talked about, which is the promise of this new, more decentralized, internet and user experience where value is shared more equitably between users and platforms. We think that Web3 is going to be powered by tokens, in the sense that you're going to have utility tokens that will give you access to certain applications, or you'll be on a game and you'll be rewarded for reaching a certain level, and you'll be able to kind of purchase certain things, or you'll be rewarded with tokens. You may even get tokens that allow you to kind of participate in the governance of certain websites, and it's a much more kind of equitable and user-involved kind of system. But underneath that system, it'll be powered by tokens, and those tokens will move on blockchains, and those tokens, there'll be a secondary market for those tokens where I think Coinbase and others will have a role. So, I mean, you can probably tell I'm really excited about where we can take this technology, and I do think there will be a kind of a cut-through use case before too long that will really help us with some of the education and some of those stories you were talking about in press articles to kind of really make people relate the technology with a particular use case. And it may well be that stablecoins is one of those early use cases where people are able to make purchases on the internet using a form of kind of blockchain-enabled, digitally native money in a way which is kind of more efficient and potentially kind of cheaper. And I think that's very exciting. And as soon as the big kind of online kind of merchants start to accept payment in stable coins and Bitcoin and other things, I think we'll see rapid innovation and adoption. So I think there's a huge amount that we can do and think about, and we're still in the very, very early stages of the technology.